लोगों की नज़र में गीता का बचपन से डांस करने वाली एक छोटी सी डांसर, उसके बाद डिफरेंट गुरुओं के हाथों में पककर एक प्रोफेशनल गुरु बनना। मेरी नज़र में गीता अक्का जी एक डांस गुरु के अलावा एक बहुत अच्छी ड्रामा आर्टिस्ट, बहुत अच्छी मॉडल, बहुत अच्छी कॉमर्शियल क्या कहेंगे एक प्रेजेंटर, और एक बेस्ट पपेटियर्स के साथ भी एक्ट करने वाली रही हैं। प्रोफेशनल आर्टिस्ट गीता अक्का को प्रोफेशनली हम ज़्यादा पसंद करते हैं ऊपर, क्योंकि उनका जो एक हमको जो मज़ा आता है एक प्रोफेशनल के साथ ही काम करने में मज़ा आता है। और गीता अक्का जी जो क्योंकि मास कम्युनिकेशन में डिग्री होल्डर हैं, तो डिग्री होल्डर होने की वजह से वो हमारे काम को, हमारी चीज़ों को अच्छी तरह समझती थी।
And I saw this woman in a yellow and green sari walk up the stage, and I kept looking at her, and I was in the audience, and she went to felicitate and congratulate the artists on stage, and I also knew the artist, so I was also going up from the other side of the stage, and she had this long choti with, you know, a lot of the kunjalams, and she walked up the stage swaying, and she looked so beautiful. And that's my first image of hers when I met her.
My association with Geeta ji dates back to 1984-85, and since then we have had a beautiful journey together, because initially we started, and when she was starting her career, she had a lot of doubts in her mind, because she was professionally very qualified also. Then we used to have long discussions with her, you know, whether dance can be a prime thing for her, because she was equally good in mathematics, she was very good in other subjects too, and also the best part of her was that she is a very, very learned and an excellent Carnatic musician, professional Carnatic. She has learned from a professional guru.
With Akka, I've always had this freedom of just singing and enjoying on the stage. It has never been, like, of course we have some structure ready before the performance. However, we never said we will do only 3 times or 4 times. Whenever I sang, I could sing maybe 2 more times, and Akka would just continue doing her beautiful abhinaya. And if she extended, that would give me an opportunity to explore some neravals and raga alapanas. Also, an important factor in my musical style, I would say some parts of my style is a reflection of Akka's style of dancing.
I've been associated with her since '85, nearly 40 years. Over these years, we have worked on many solo items and productions. And it was always a pleasure to work with her on new choreographies. I remember Anekanta. It was such a big hit. And I can't forget the composing sessions we had before Anekanta was launched. So at this point, I would like to remember the late Karaikudi Shivakumar, the late S. Shankar, the Natvanar, popularly known as Ayappan, and the late Vijangi Krishna, the Mridangist. I have worked with all these great artists. In fact, all these artists were like a family. We were all like an extended family in Geeta's place and working together.
And the first project I worked with her was Shringara Vaibhavam. Here's a person who had years of experience, dance, stage presence, everything. And she was like a child looking at me, looking at my sketch. I was myself very young. First of all, it was, first time I'm working with an Indian dancer who's wanting serious costuming for a classical performance, because usually everybody knew that they wanted whatever they are wearing is right. And here's a person who wanted me to relook at the classical dance costume altogether. So showing her my work that I'd done with Battery Dance Company and other companies that I'd worked with, and she was just looking at it with so much of interest and awe. And I saw, wow, finally I'm meeting somebody who understands the importance of costuming and why classical dance needs that. So that was a refreshing thing, a beautiful feeling, which slowly was nurtured, and with every production that came in, we kept deeper and deeper, working deeper and deeper, understanding each other, understanding the dance form. I would sit hours watching her students and her perform whichever production, and there was a interaction. It was never that okay, this is what I want. It was never that. It was always, what do you think?
Dancer Geeta Chandran எனக்கு என் பொண்ணு மாதிரி தான். 89லேருந்து நன்னா தெரியும். எய்ம்ஸில் ஒரு டான்ஸ் ப்ரோக்ராமில் தான் அவளை நான் மீட் பண்ணேன். அதுலேருந்து அவளுக்கு நான் பாட ஆரம்பித்தேன். ஸ்டேஜில் ஸ்பான்டேனியஸாக நான் எந்த விதமாக பாடினாலும் அதுக்கு ஈக்குவலாக பாவம் பண்ணுறதுல ஷீ இஸ் அன் எக்ஸ்பர்ட். ஒரு நல்ல ஹார்ட் ஒர்க்கர். ஏன்னா அவளை சின்ன வயசுலேருந்தே நான் பார்த்ததுனால எனக்கு அவள் மேல் இதுக்கு வந்ததை பற்றி ஃபுல் இதுவும் எனக்கு தெரியும். நன்னா சளைக்க மாட்டா, எந்த ஒரு இது பண்ணுறதுக்கும் சளைச்சி போயிட மாட்டா. மோரோவர் நல்ல தரமான பொண்ணு. யாரையும் அவமானம் பண்ணி அந்த மாதிரிலாம் பண்ண மாட்டான். நல்ல நேச்சராக உள்ள ஒரு பொண்ணு. காட் பிளஸ் ஹர்.
I think 28 years before I came to Delhi. That time I came for Yamini Akka. I was working with her. Then I moved to, I played with Swapna Akka. Then Saroja ma'am. Then after that, Geeta Akka has given me lot of opportunity. She has taken me to all the programs, even abroad and all. That time Krishnamurthy sir, Ayyappan sir, they all helped me. And of course, Geeta Akka has promoted me a lot. Of course, I would like to say that Geeta's Akka's daughter, Saranya Chandran, arangetram, I only played. I'm very associated to doing the bhajans and all. So first time I went with Akka Brindavan, it's not like a public program. It's like kind of Saranagati. How to say that? Near to God directly.
She's a spiritual person that comes out very beautifully in her dance, and that automatically connects me to her as a musician, because it's an unseen wavelength, it's an intangible wavelength that a musician and a dancer have. Nam ta nam ta nam ta nam tam ta nam ta nam ta. For me, her dance is music. I'm able to see a lot of musicality in her dance, and I'm able to relate to her.
I started my journey with Geeta ji near 1995 when I was learning the lights and the sound as a professional. And in initial years, I used to do her recordings in a live show for the sound and all. And after that, I've done her first show for the stage lights, I remember, in 1999. It was a solo performance for her. And then a production in year 2000, which was designed by Gautam Da and executed by me. And after that, I've learned from Geeta ji about how to use the gaps in music, which is very necessary in any production or any choreography. And it makes a major important role to do stage lights, fade in and fade out.
One thing that Akka and Natya Vriksha embodies for me, at least when it comes to art, is magnanimity. The fact that art only grows when it is shared. In the process of her sharing, I'm sure she herself revisits her own ideas.
And for me, I'd say that learning one thing is never enough, because once we do something here, it always translates into, okay, what's next, because we can't be satisfied. And I've felt that, felt this here, because generally when you play with a lot of musicians outside, in other places, you play the same things and then you're like, okay, done, I know this, I can play this. But here, we're trying new things all the time. And I think that really stimulates us to really work on our art.
गीता जी का बेस्ट पार्ट ये है कि गीता जी हमें ना पूरा लाइट डिज़ाइनर्स को पूरा सपोर्ट करते हैं, उनको फ्रीडम देते हैं काम करने के लिए अपने प्रोडक्शन में, कि किस तरीके से लाइट डिज़ाइन करनी है। कुछ इम्प्रोवाइज़ भी करते हैं हम लोग जैसे उसमें प्रोडक्शंस में, तो वो पूरा हमको सपोर्ट देते हैं और कुछ न्यू चीज़ें भी बताती हैं, जैसे कि अगर इस लाइट्स के अंदर हमें इसके अंदर ऐसे कुछ करना है, ऐसे कर सकते हैं, कुछ बैक लाइटिंग में कुछ कर सकते हैं, कुछ कट लाइटिंग में कर सकते हैं, कुछ एक्सपेरिमेंट, तो उनका पूरा सपोर्ट रहता है हम लोगों को।
I started playing for Natya Vriksha when I had just finished my 12th. I was really young, and it's been a very beautiful journey of almost 9 to 10 years. I'm really happy to be associated with her. And one thing that I can always take back through this association is her passion for perfection, which I feel that all the artists have to take along with them. And I'm very happy that she has successfully imparted these important values to all her students, and one of the important reasons for setting a good standard of classical dance in the capital city.
Jagan